Hello there, beautiful soul. It's another beautiful day to be alive. All glory and honor belong to God Almighty. On this episode, we shall be together spreading good vibes, love, peace, honesty, and forgiveness to the whole world through reacting to incredible videos together. But before that, listen to this. May He give you the desires of your heart and make all your plans succeed. We will shout for joy when you are victorious, and we lift up our banners in the name of our God. May the Lord grant you all your requests. Psalm chapter 20, verse 4 and 5. Wonderful word, my friend. Those are our words of today from the book of wisdom. Together, let's give thanks for that and dive in. Wonderful Father, creator of all living things, thank you for your goodness and love. Thank you for this chance, Father, to be alive together with your precious child, today's viewer. We give you glory for that, Father. Thank you for the powerful words from the book of wisdom, Father. May they help us as you may have intended, Father. Thank you for your spirit shall be with us till the end of this video. Thank you for the blessings in this viewer's life. In your holy name, Jesus Christ, we do pray, trusting and believing. Amen. Child of God, let's take a look at these videos.
You guys ever heard of simulation theory? Have you ever heard of this S that we all used to draw in school? Well, somehow we all figured out how to draw this thing for no reason. No rhyme or reason whatsoever, and now there's a theory on why. This is supposedly the logo for the company that runs our simulation, and somehow it's bled through into our whatever reality we live in, right? It's very strange how every single kid across the United States, maybe even other countries,
Even
was
here.
drawing this S repeatedly on a daily basis since I don't know how long ago. And ever since then, things have gotten progressively worse. This makes you wonder like how our brains all got systematically taken over at the same time, and why everything has gotten progressively worse since we started drawing this thing. This S corporation is out of line. The difficulty settings are super high. Maybe, just maybe, if we start drawing the S again, we could trigger the simulation and fix everything that went wrong, dude. What if it's a portal or something, dude? We stopped drawing it. And everything got worse.
We used to draw this as children
We
from
gotta
this side
start
of the
drawing the
world
S
also.
again.
Okay, so I ran across a video on TikTok, and they were saying like ears below eyes, you in for a surprise. And I got to looking into it, and I kept seeing different videos. They say if your ears are below your eyes, you crazy. Now, they say every serial killer known to man, their ears below their eyes. So I started looking at my ears, and I started looking at my eyes. Could y'all tell me if my ears below my eyes, or they line up just because I don't know? I've been trying to figure it out ever since I seen it.
You just look fine.
Because I know I ain't crazy, but I just want to know what y'all think.
Well, this is all for entertainment purposes only, my friends. You see, we can't
So
be
in this
true that
video, he
one.
makes the very smart conclusion that these buildings and coins all have J, and that they removed it to add 1,000 years and made it a 1. But what if I told you that that J actually represented Jesus and his 1,000-year reign? Just how it says Anno, just like we know we go by BC and AD. What does AD mean? Anno Domini. This is very clearly about Jesus. And why are they telling us it's a 1 instead of a J? Because this was Jesus 736 years into the 1,000 years of Jesus. So 736 years into the 1,000 years of Jesus. That's what it obviously meant. And before anybody goes, how does that even work? Jesus comes back. I thought the world would end. When Jesus comes back, he rules 1,000 years. And we believe he came in 70 AD. Right here in 70 AD, when the second temple fell 3.5 years into the 7-year Roman war, just like Daniel 9:27 prophesied. Then we have these crazy historical events that nobody teaches us in school, or we just skip over and have no reasoning to why. 536, the sun goes out for 12 months.
What?
Instead of that being in 536 AD, that was actually in 70 AD. They just pushed it to 536 AD to add 700 years to the timeline. Same thing with Pompeii. It was not 79 AD, it was 70 AD. And same thing with the 1561 event in Germany, with there was aliens in the sky. That was 70 AD with Jesus and his angels fighting the devil and his angels, and that's why they got thrown down. So essentially, you have Rome as the last empire, and we have buildings like this that are very clearly, this is a Roman building, this is Roman architecture, but this is in the middle of the Middle East in the desert, and supposedly thousands of years old. Or is it that it was a Roman building and it got melted by fervent heat, just like the Bible says will happen when Jesus comes back, right? Mainstream media tells us that Rome fell through the 1st, 3rd, and 7th century, and that Vikings and barbarics supposedly buried Rome and the whole world under 40 or greater feet of dirt. But what if that was Jesus? Because we clearly see that Rome was buried, and the next architecture to come out of nowhere was Gothic cathedrals and normal cathedrals, and they're all based to Jesus, and they're all based off glorified saints. Like they're all named after saints who supposedly built them in glorified bodies. So could it simply be that Muhammad from the 7th century is actually the 1st century, and he was the false prophet? Could it be that Nero, who is 666 in Hebrew, Latin, Aramaic, and Greek, he's the 666 Antichrist we're all looking for? Rome is the beast. And is it possible that we're in the devil's time of deception now, and that the Statue of Liberty isn't a statue of our liberty, but it's the liberty of the devil, him being bounded for 1,000 years and then released because the Statue of Liberty has a broken chain at the bottom of his feet? So what do you guys think? Please tell me, Tartaria people, how does this Tartaria thing make sense? How is Tartaria a worldwide civilization when we only see it in Asia on all maps? Tartaria is a psyop. And before people say Tartaria was real, I know it was real, but it was a small group of people during 1,000 years of Jesus. They're not responsible for all these buildings.
What? My friends, all those buildings and statues look great, but they are quite suspicious. Now look at this. This one is now extremely mysterious. What is this? Looks like some weird cloud or UFO. What is really that one? Oh, this is Venom.
An unusual phenomenon in the skies over Sydney left onlookers completely puzzled. During a test launch, the Starship rocket lost signal and broke apart in the atmosphere, with burning debris bright enough to be seen from the Bahamas.
Why that look like Magneto standing there? Didn't that look like Magneto charged up sitting there? Yeah. That's crazy. Trying to break out that firmament, man. Where they trying to go? They're trying to get away from something. What y'all think? Yo, family, so that first sky phenomenon is insane, right? It looked like some Venom type stuff in the sky, man. Like, is that a symbiote? Like, what's going on, man? Let me know in the comments what you guys think about that. Hit those buttons over there, man. The second thing looks like they're trying to escape the firmament and run from something. I don't know what they're running from, you know what I'm saying? But let me know what you guys think about this video, man. Sky phenomenon is crazy right now. This stuff is going on, but like, follow, share, all that good stuff, man. Join the join the family, man. Make sure y'all get in the conversation. Stay safe, stay dangerous, stay in the light. Love you guys, man.
Look at this unidentified flying
flying object that was seen over London. This is absolutely profound, mate. Okay, this was sent in to me. Northwest London, Hornchurch, this was filmed, right? Right here it says, the family member who is a keen plane spotter described the object as being approximately the size of an aeroplane. Completely static and ominous, giving him the sense of seeing a spider times 10,000 foot up in the air, I'm guessing is what he's trying to say. Some point shortly after the sighting, the skies were empty. They did not see it move away. On the third photo, you can see two objects, the bizarre object in the center and a metallic object in the top left of the screen that was not observed before the photo was taken. But in the footage I've just shown you, right, you can see the metallic object glinting. They're both glinting and shining, right? Which is very strange, and it looks like the kind of same similar objects that were seen in Saladin and Mosul in Iraq that I shared just yesterday, right? Of these strange, weird phenomena that no one can really understand or know what they are. But I don't know, guys. What do you guys think? You let
That one is something extremely strange, but looks very fake. What could it be?
And I'm going to show you so what. It's more than what it seems. Let's take a look. This is what? Yeah. Did you guys know that there was creepy angels on top of the Hoover Dam? Sitting on weird black cubes? Yeah, that's strange, right? What are they doing on top of the Hoover Dam? Maybe we should take a closer look at one of them. Yeah. That's weird, right? That's kind of ominous looking. Sinister even. What is that doing on top of the dam? Maybe we should look at some more pictures for some context, shall we? Yeah, okay, so there's a compass with astrology, some zodiac signs on it. Maybe the angels are related to the the sign of Taurus. Maybe, I don't know. Let's keep looking. Maybe it's this pyramid pointing at this strange word, Thuban. Actually, Thuban comes from an Arabic word that means large serpent or dragon. Huh? You guys making any connections? Large serpents, dragons, angels. Huh? I don't know. Maybe. Let's look at another picture. Hey, check it out. That's pretty cool. An eagle right in front of those angels. And the wings are kind of doing something a little odd. They're kind of going up and there's this light going backwards. You know what that kind of looks like? It kind of looks like a Freemasonry compass and square. Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Wow.
Suddenly, this is making a lot of sense. Let's take a look at one more picture. So what we have here is a memorial plaque to commemorate the over 100 men who lost their lives building this dam. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I find this inscription a little bit creepy. They died to make the desert bloom. What's that supposed to mean? Is the implication that they couldn't build the dam without the death? That the desert couldn't bloom without the sacrifices? Are they talking about a hydroelectric dam? Are they talking about Baal in ancient Mesopotamia? I don't know. Maybe the angels and the weird astrology does actually make sense after all.
Maybe our good vibes friend here is just overthinking stuff. Or what do you think all this is all about? This is crazy stuff, good vibes children
You guys
of
remember in
God.
Transformers when there was a giant black cube under the Hoover Dam? Is that hiding anything in plain sight? Check this out.
Just like how they're hiding the secret of the pyramid under the Hoover Dam. The U.S. government! Which is covering up the truth about the ancient pyramid under the Hoover Dam! And I just thought how so many of us, including myself, have been focusing so much on CERN. And what if CERN has just basically been gathering an energy source like dark matter or whatnot to open a Stargate? And what if that Stargate is actually the Hoover Dam? And once I started researching this, I found some interesting articles. There's not a heck of a lot of them, but these articles are all talking about how the Hoover Dam was built like a Stargate. So I believe that a lot of people did research that this is all connected and culminating together.
There's a few reasons why people are wondering about the Hoover Dam. There's a lot of strange symbolism there as well. It's not like your average run-of-the-mill dam. It's also 660 feet thick. I wouldn't be surprised if it's actually 666, but officially it's 660 feet. You know what this reminds me of, though? Washington Monument is 555 feet tall. Do you know what that equates to in inches? 555 feet is 6,660 inches. What a shocking coincidence. Follow for more and comment if you want to see.
Oh, okay, now that's suspicious. Okay, but of entertainment, this
It's
is all allegedly.
1997. You're at a diner with your mates, flipping through the TV guide while a giant satellite dish towers outside like some strange metal sunflower. Everyone assumes it's pointed at space, right? But here's the kicker. Those dishes don't swivel, they don't scan the sky, they lock into one fixed direction like a compass needle that refuses to budge. Now pause for a second. If satellites are circling miles above us, constantly orbiting, spinning, shifting over different countries every hour, why does your dish act like the signal is frozen in one exact spot? Shouldn't it have to move constantly to chase the satellite? Think about it. Planes overhead change their position every few seconds. The moon rises and sets. Even the stars drift across the night sky. Yet your dish? It stares at the same invisible target day after day, as if the signal isn't coming from above, but from one unmoving place on Earth itself. Strange, isn't it? Here's where it gets even weirder. Next time you're driving cross-country, pay attention to the homes you pass. Whether you're in Texas, Ohio, or Maine, all those dishes tilt and lean in almost the same direction, like an army of synchronized robots. Not upwards, not scattered randomly, always that same fixed angle. And that brings the real question. If satellites are supposed to orbit above us like a swarm of mechanical fireflies, why does your dish treat them as if they're nailed into one invisible corner of the sky? What's hiding there that never moves? Some say it's geostationary satellites, machines parked perfectly still 22,000 miles up. But hold on, if the Earth is spinning 1,000 miles per hour and we're supposedly flying around the sun at 67,000 miles per hour, then spinning again through the galaxy at 500,000 miles per hour, how could anything just hover motionless above one exact point on Earth? Wouldn't that require impossible precision? It's like standing on a speeding carousel and trying to balance a balloon perfectly still above one seat while the whole ride whips around in circles. Sounds cinematic, but in reality, balloons drift, objects fall, chaos happens. So why do we accept the satellites stay perfectly fixed explanation without a second thought? And here's the shift. Maybe the dishes themselves are giving us a clue. Maybe the reason they never move is because the signal isn't racing through space at all. It's coming from much closer. Somewhere that doesn't need to orbit or spin to stay aligned. So next time you pass by a row of houses and see those metal dishes all leaning in the same direction, ask yourself, are they pointing at satellites? Or something far stranger, something sitting still? Because in the end, this isn't about television signals. It's about noticing the patterns we've been trained to ignore. If something as ordinary as a dish hints that the story might not be what we're told, what else have we been overlooking? This video is for entertainment purposes.
Has anyone else noticed how so many celebrities and athletes are going back to wired headphones? I feel like I don't believe it's just to be trendy because wired headphones are so inconvenient and so annoying. Do they know something that we don't know? It is true though that Bluetooth headphones use radio frequency, which is a type of electromagnetic radiation, and it's pretty much giving direct exposure to your brain. It's supposedly in safe amounts, but do we really know the long-term effects of using Bluetooth headphones every day for multiple hours a day for years on end? Like, I've been doing that. I would wear AirPods for multiple hours a day, almost every single day for the past like 6 or 7 years. I bought wired headphones a few weeks ago and I've been using them more. They're super annoying. I'd really rather use Bluetooth, but I'm not particularly interested in taking chances with my brain. One of my good friends got diagnosed with brain cancer this summer and she has no family history of brain cancer. Like, this was out of the blue. So would rather be safe than sorry.
Oh, okay. About that one, I'm not sure about it. It's of entertainment what this soul is saying.